Welcome to Third Eye Roll, where ancient wisdom gets decoded, demystified, and occasionally roasted. I'm Dr. Justine Lemos with Scarlet Trillia, here to serve up Vedic insights, spiritual real talk, and a healthy dose of side-eye. Each episode, we're diving into Vedic astrology, Ayurveda, Tantra, and the weird beauty of being human, with segments like cosmic, current events, story time with the Vedas and Shastras, WTF is that? And a mystic mic drop to leave you lit. No gurus, no fluff, just the good stuff. Hello, welcome back to Third Eye Roll. I'm Dr. Justine Lemos. I'm here with Emily McConnell, and we're talking about Mūla, new moon, and the Gandānta, and the end of 2025 and moving into 2026.
Yes. Sayonara 2025. Welcome 2026.
And
but not
it's
yet.
Really
almost.
Interesting that this new moon that we're coming up on in the star sign of Mūla, the twisted roots, is also right at the winter solstice. They don't coincide exactly, but we don't always have a new moon at the winter solstice, and we don't always have a new moon at the star sign of the twisted roots that is the black hole energy of Mūla Nakshatra at the winter solstice. So
I love it. I am so ready. I'm like, yes, this is the best. But I'm a little biased towards Mūla because that is my moon placement.
Yeah.
In my birth chart. And I just, it's like, yeah, let's get in there.
Yeah. So Mūla Nakshatra, it's in Sagittarius. It's right at the meeting on the other side of the meeting of Sagittarius and Scorpio. And Mūla means root. For those friends who are yogis, the Mūla Dhara is the root place, the root chakra, or Mūlband is the root bind, or all these things. Mūla means root. And so this is the root star, the uprooter, the puller out or the digging into the roots energy. This is it's a root canal. And the symbol here is a tied bundle of roots. It's the opposite of the pretty flowers that you hand to somebody. If you hand somebody the roots, the rhizome underneath the soil, it's the truth. And this new moon is about unthreading, right?
Unraveling
the roots. Right?
Yes.
The twisted roots, because they aren't just roots, they're twisted roots.
Yes. They are all woven, but not like beautifully woven. They are wrapped and pulled together, and they've grown. And so those roots are like expanded beyond their little boundaries, and they're really woven together. They're really, really grown together. They are,
it's like a cosmic dreadlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
And isn't aren't the actual stars of Mūla Nakshatra, aren't they like at the tail in the sky, like that shape of Scorpio? It's like the tail of Scorpio. Mm-hmm. So that's that really beautiful, but intense area of moving from a water sign to a fire sign. Yeah.
And this is the Gandānta. And we often try and pull out key terms from Ayurveda and Vedic astrology. And Gandānta is the knot of fate, or the knot of karma.
Yes.
And we have 3 zones that are Gandānta in the zodiac, and these are where water and fire signs abut against each other. So we have Cancer into Leo, Scorpio into Sagittarius, and Pisces into Aries. And these are all Gandānta zones. These are also the water sign. At the end of the water sign is the end of 9 star signs. So we have 3 sets of 9 star signs in repetition around the zodiac, making 27 nakshatras, 27 star signs. And so where Cancer ends is the end of a nakshatra, a complete end of a set of 9. And then we start again with another set of 9 in Leo, similarly with Scorpio and Sagittarius. And every set of 9 nakshatras starts with a star sign that's ruled over by the planet Ketu, or the shadow planet Ketu. Ketu is a body with no head. It is the mystic. It is the off with the head energy. It can be very spaced out, very bizarre, very strange, and unusual energy. And so Mūla, being the first star sign in a set of 9, the third set of 9 is also ruled over by Ketu. This, past life karma. Mm-hmm. And disenchantment, the things that we are disenchanted with.
Right. Like those things that we're just like not concerned with. It's like,
yeah.
Detached rather than not attached. It's like detached.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
And so this is also this is detachment as we come into this new moon in Mūla Nakshatra with the winter solstice and the turning over of the year from 2025 to 2026. So we might just be, this is like
a little weird.
It's like old contracts dissolving, and we don't negotiate. We just leave. We exit.
Yeah. You know what the energy that I've been feeling a lot is just like, it's unclear the path that's coming up. I have like a very foggy and unclear vision of the future. And normally I'm kind of always coming up with like, it's the stories of like this or that, right? What direction can we go? And it feels very directionless right now because it's just a little weird. The energy is a little weird. Things are unraveling externally, internally. And as always, there are ways to work with that. With embodiment practices and getting really into your own body to really connect with the process, the unraveling process. Mm-hmm. And it's been, been interesting.
Yeah, Gandāntas are an umbilical cord moment. It's like karmic rebirth portal. And we might experience emotional flooding or existential clarity. And, with this Mūla Nakshatra, it's about getting to the root of things. If you haven't been able to figure something out, you just may get to the root of it now. Mm-hmm. And, if something is like almost working, but it's draining your life force, the Gandānta, and as the planets cross through this Gandānta, and several will, it's like, don't keep negotiating with what is already dead. Right?
Yeah.
And
don't grip.
Yeah.
Let it go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Nirṛti is the goddess who rules over Mūla Nakshatra, and she's a very old form of Kali. And she rules decay and exile and loss. But all of those things bring us a great deal of freedom.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like if you don't have a body anymore.
If you don't have a body anymore, then
you're free.
And also this energy appears when we have clung too long to structures that aren't serving us anymore. Right. Right.
Well, and this is also connected to the shift of Saturn energy happening still. It's still in that, new phase of transit where Saturn was retrograde. So all of our structures were being restricted more, but also it was a time to review those things and see what was working, what was not. And now as we move forward, as we continue to move forward, it's like we have this chance. Like, let's try out the new structures. But if they're broken, the structure can't hold us up and we can't really contain the next steps of our, development, inner growth, spiritual growth, all those things.
I watched a movie actually, and I don't know if it's like the exact right movie for this new moon, but it does have some like resonance parts. I think it's called Honey Love, Honey something. It's a documentary about a Macedonian wild beekeeper.
Oh.
And she is very, like, they're very poor, and she takes care of her blind mother, who is this crone goddess of all crone goddesses, like completely gnarled and one eye, and like they live in a stone hut, and she takes care of wild bees and extracts their honey. And there is actually a honey hive that she keeps inside of a tree, inside the log of a tree, and some nomadic neighbors move in, and there is differences in their approaches to the keeping of things that are wild and honey like. And so I'm not exactly sure if that's exactly the right movie pick, but it's something that I've like it. This movie is very beautiful and very strange Ketu energy.
Yeah.
And very haunting energy. And Ketu and Rahu, Ketu is dogs, Rahu is cats. And there's cats and kind of wild-ish dogs and cats throughout this movie. And cows, a lot of cows and a lot of dead cows. And so it contains many of these energies of this new movie.
It seems like it's carrying the right symbols, nimittas, right?
Yeah. Though,
the movie
honey
pick
and
that was
honeybees are not necessarily there with Mūla, but
right. Well, the movie that came that I was, because I was thinking about this goddess energy of destruction, transformation, these kind of intense themes, and that movie with Robin Williams, the What Dreams May Come, was coming up for me. I saw it a very, very long time ago, but some of the images that stuck with me to this day, I mean, I literally probably watched it 20 years ago. But it's a journey story where they're going down into the depths, like literally through the depths of hell to make their way back to then find out that, it involves a lot of loss. It involves a lot of death, destruction, transformation. So these are the themes that I was like, whoa. And some of the images are like the main character like pulling their way out of hell, like being held on by these like dead hands. It was really scary. It obviously imprinted on my psyche. Yeah. And is now regurgitating in this Mūla new moon. But I'm also not sure if that's the correct like movie overall, but I think the overall theme of transformation and going down and not being like facing fear and going down into the depths of the unknown and emerging on the other side is appropriate. Yeah.
Absolutely. And and also this Macedonian wild beekeeper who lives with her crone mother, and she is also a crone herself, and then she has like one-eye crone grandmother. They live like in exile, which is like like at the very, very fringes of the wilderness in a stone hut.
Wait, there's 3 of them?
No, 2 of them.
Oh, just 2. Okay.
Yeah. Just 2.
I was gonna say, well, there's 3. Obviously, there's a little bit of
another exactly
deity thematic situation going on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's just 2 of them that are there. And yet, they're very, very loving, and very like peaceful and very, but they're exiles. They live on not necessarily exiles, but they live on the fringe. They live at the very, very edge.
Right. Whether it's by choice or not, it's still a way of that disconnection from the whole, right?
Or completely within that whole. I mean, here they're like tending wild bees.
Sure. There's a whole other whole. There's like the illusion of whole being in society or like connected with your whole community. And then there's like, oh, they live on the fringe, but they're the more they're more connected to nature than anyone, right?
Right,
So
exactly. And
they're
to
actually in
themselves
harmony
and
with
to
all.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and actually it's a perfect movie, and I'll tell you why. And it just came through because one of the offerings that's made for placating the energy of Ketu is honey.
Oh, perfect.
And there's just honeycomb throughout this movie that they're eating and collecting. And it's because Ketu has very much scorpionic energy. Mm-hmm. And it's the sting of the tail, of the scorpion's tail, that can inflict poison on oneself, that can kill someone's own self. But that sweetness, that honey, placates that energy. And so if you have Ketu placement in your chart that needs attention or needs energy, or you want to placate energy of Ketu in any way, making offerings of honey, eating honey, taking honey is this really powerful remedy. So actually, I am exactly right with this movie.
You are correct.
Let's talk just a little bit about numerology, switching subjects entirely, numerology and 2025 into 2026.
Yeah. I mean, switching topics, but not really.
Yeah. We follow the system of Vedic numerology offered by Harish Johari. There's a few different systems, but in Harish Johari's numerology system, 2025, 2 + 2 + 5 is a 9-year. And 9 is the planet Mars in the system. So Mangala, endings, cutting, courage, heat, war, renunciation through fire.
Even that sting of the tail that you were talking about, it's that same kind of, it's Ketu, but Ketu and Mars are very similar in their effect, right?
Yes, they're very, very similar in their effect, and Ketu can create that extreme heat of Mars. And so Johari gives us 9 as the number of death before rebirth. It's the last of the single digits.
Yeah.
And so
it's also aligning with the year of the snake in the Chinese zodiac, which we don't necessarily follow, but it's aligned with the same thematics. It's like shedding, letting go. The last bit of this year is like, okay, what else have you been avoiding releasing so that you can walk into the next cycle with renewed spirit, renewed energy?
Yeah, clearing out karmic residue, finishing soul contracts. And 2025, because of that Marsian energy and the number of 9, we probably had a lot of collective fatigue and relationship ending and identity shedding. And why am I still doing this energy?
Right. Well, and what are we seeing in our yoga offerings? We see people coming. They're like, yeah, I want to do the active class, but then they lay down and they just
last night I had somebody in a very gentle class, and I supported them in this because I love it when people do this. She was like, in the middle of class, she was like, I think I just need to take a nap now. And I was like, let me get you an extra pillow.
Yes, please. My very best friend is so wonderful at inspiring rest when needed. And she says she loves to come to my yoga classes because once she starts hearing my voice and the cadence of the rhythm of my voice, she says, now I know I can lay down because I'm safe.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I love it.
So, that energy is there. But the shadow of 9 is like clinging to martyrdom and like nostalgia and addiction. And just staying just a little longer.
Just a little longer. Maybe I can fix it.
Yeah, but that Mūla new moon plus the ending of the 9-year is like, finish it up. Don't drag it into 2026.
Cut the cords.
Yeah. And then we'll go into 2026. So 2 + 2 + 6, 10 is 1. And so that is, the planet is the sun. This is a sun year. And so it's like composted. And now we bring in the sun.
Now we bring in the heat to make this compost what we need.
Yes.
To nourish and move forward, to purify.
And expose. Purify and expose. I mean, I think maybe we'll get those Epstein files.
Maybe.
I think we will. I think we will.
And maybe more like once that's unearthed, I mean, all this gunk is going to come to the surface,
because
right?
the sun is going to bring it to the light of the sun.
Yeah.
And to purify it and purify it out.
Put the bones out in the dirt, let them get bleached. Let's do this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're ready for it. I mean, after the intensity of this year, let's bring in the sun. Let's purify it. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, let's talk. Let's see. Fashion, snakeskin.
Snakeskin.
Yep. Music.
Gosh. So I've been listening to. It's a band from Sweden. They're called. Of course. They are. I would call it industrial. Maybe just leave it at that. Industrial, experimental, possibly psychedelic, possibly intense psychedelic. So there's a song called The Horse from Turin, and of course, and the band is called Denderhale or Denderhale. I'm not sure how to pronounce the Swedish names, but there's a lyric that's like, she says it a couple of times, peel off my skin. And I'm like, ooh, that, when you said music, I'm like, ooh, that's the song for me. That's what's coming up for me. Maybe we can drop a link on the Instagram or somewhere that you can get into this heavy stuff that this girl likes to listen to.
Mūla Nakshatra.
Mūla Nakshatra. Let's go in there. Let's get down. It's kind of like it's a dark feeling that comes with this kind of music, but to me it's like inspirational. It's like brave. It's very brave, and it's very like facing the darkness and honoring it, and I love that. Yeah.
So I'll tell a quick myth before we jump off. So once upon a time,
did we cover fashion? Oh, snakeskin. Snakeskin. Is that enough? I mean, I almost feel like there's no clothes because everything's getting stripped away.
Macedonian chic, Macedonian peasant wear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was getting the vibe of like, we're just shedding everything. We're disrobing and walking into the fire, but okay.
Oh, I like that. I mean, it's definitely witch garb. Witch garb. Nakshatra, like Jesta into Mūla is like the witches are making their brew down there.
Yeah.
With toadstools and claws.
The hair is unbrushed.
There is lots of twisted, matted locks.
Lots of knots. There's tree matter, possibly.
It's really interesting in this movie also, the one thing that she does in her little hut is she dyes her hair. Like she goes to the market, like the outdoor market, and trades her honey and gets hair dye.
Transformation.
Yeah, it's so fascinating.
I'll have to look this up after we're done here.
Yeah, it made an imprint on me. I'm still kind of working it through.
Yeah, that's a process. It's a process.
Yeah. So once upon a time, long, long ago, and far, far away, in the early days, the universe was held together by Nirṛti, by right order and right timing and truth. And the rulers all kept their vows, and rituals were alive, and the world was very fertile. But then order continues in form, but not in truth. And, this is when the throne is still occupied and the ritual is still performed, but there's no soul. And this is when Nirṛti appears. She's not born, but she's summoned out of devotion, and she arrives when truth has been delayed too long. And the myths and hymns describe her as dwelling in the Southwest. And the Southwest is this place of endings and ancestors in exile, where land becomes barren. And priests don't ask for the blessings of the Nirṛti. They ask her to take things away. Not as an insult, but they offer her anything that's broken, anything that's left over, anything that's impure. And they say, take this from us and carry it off. It's a removal. Nirṛti's work is not punishment, it's removal. And she dismantles and she ends what refuses to end, and she dissolves contracts. So this is a clearing. And it's only after Nirṛti has passed through that the land can be renewed. And this is why she rules Mūla, the root star. Not because she plants new seeds, but because she pulls the old ones out of the ground. And so this is this energy that comes in to clean house. She removes whatever is blocking the future. So this is the time to send things to the recycling, to dispose of things, to clear things out. And Mūla doesn't ask you what you want, it asks what is over. So if you feel grief at this new moon, you're doing it right.
Yes. I saw a quote. I don't know who it's from, but someone said, as I sit with my sadness, I realize how close it sits to love.
Oh, well, sorrow and love are so...
Sorrow and love are...
I mean, that's what we sign up for when we sign up for any form of love, we sign up for sorrow. And this is why Venus and Saturn are such close friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Om Namah Shivaya, Shri Matre Namaha.
Om Namah
Much
Shivaya.
love.
Much love. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so make sure it up.